What's going to kill you, what's going to drive you crazy, and what's going to really impact your bottom line is when you're chasing the maybes.
Hey everyone, Justin Cooper with Kevin Amos from Pine Financial Group. If you're finding us on Facebook, go ahead and like the video. Please like Pine Financial Group's page. If you're finding us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe even hit that notification button. So as we keep putting out more content, more videos, you'll get notified right away. So today I want to talk to you really quick about upfront commitment. And what we're talking about specifically is negotiating with sellers, maybe at the kitchen table. Now, Kevin has a lot of experience doing this. He's bought a lot of creative financing and owner financing deals. So Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about what that means? What does upfront commitment mean?
Yeah, the upfront commitment is the second step in the 5-step selling process. When you're sitting down with a motivated seller, you go through a specific process to get them to say yes to your creative or your low cash offer. So we're talking about the second step here today, and what we're really trying to accomplish is two things. And the first one is we want the seller to know that we are real estate investors and that we're here to make a profit. And the reason we want to do that is because all human beings have what we call a fight or flight syndrome. And what that means is when they feel like there's some conflict or a little pressure, they're either going to turn on the switch to run, and you don't want them running from you. You want to do a deal with them. Or they're going to turn on the switch to put up their fists and they want to fight, duke it out. Now, sometimes if they're willing to fight it out, you can still negotiate and get a deal. But what's best is if we could just calm that down. And if you're very upfront with them and say, you know, I'm a real estate investor, I'm here to make a profit, I just want to make sure you're okay with that, then that just calms all of that down. The second thing we're trying to accomplish here is to eliminate the maybe. Look, yeses are great when you're negotiating deals. Obviously, you want a yes. No's are good too, though, because you're not wasting your time and you can just move on to the next deal. What's going to kill you, what's going to drive you crazy, and what's going to really impact your bottom line is when you're chasing the maybes. And oftentimes those maybes are a no anyway. So it's best to just flush those out, get to the yes or the no immediately. And the way you do that is to get a commitment from them at the kitchen table right before you even start the negotiation.
Yeah, so what did that look like? Maybe we can role play real quick. What would that conversation look like if I'm the seller and you're Kevin the investor?
Okay, so step one in the sales process, if you don't know, is to go through the house, generate some rapport. You want to talk about the pictures on the walls and that kind of thing. Get them comfortable with you. And then when we sit down, the first thing I'm going to say, and let's just role play it here, Justin. So Justin, we're here. We just walked through the house. Fantastic house. I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm a real estate investor. I'm here to make a little bit of a profit. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Now, sometimes I'm a little crazy. I say some things that might not make a lot of sense, and I have some ideas, and we're going to be brainstorming some of this together. Now, look, you might find that the deals I'm saying or an offer that I come up with is totally crazy and that you hate it. No way is that going to be a good fit for you. Obviously, this needs to be a good fit for you. So if I say something that is definitely not going to work, definitely not going to be a good fit, are you okay sharing with me your opinion on that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, fantastic. If you're willing to share if you hate the idea, I'm assuming if you love the idea, it meets your needs, it accomplishes the goals that we're here to accomplish, you're okay sharing that with me as well?
Of course.
Okay, good. So just to be clear, you're willing to share with me whether you hate it or you love it?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm, as a real estate investor here to make a profit, I'm going to have to do the same thing with you. I want it to work for you, but it has to work for me also. So I'm going to share with you whether it's going to work or not. And I promise to do that here today. Can I get the same courtesy in return from you?
I think so.
Okay. There you have it. And then you can go through one more step and just reiterate that one more time. But what he just did was to commit to either a yes or a no. And the language I used to get that commitment was, can I expect the same courtesy in return? Who in the world is going to say no when you say it like that?
Yeah, we're both here trying to accomplish the same thing, right? I'm obviously motivated in some way to have invited you into my home to sell to you. So we're both driving towards the same goal of you buying my house.
Right. So my very next question would be, great. What were you hoping I could do for you here today?
Buy my house.
And they always say that. The seller always says, buy my house. And that leads me right into the next step of the selling process, which is the needs analysis. So I hope you got something out of the upfront commitment video today. Share your comments below. Tell me what you think. If you've used this strategy, if it's worked for you, If they come back after the negotiation and say no, you could refer back to the upfront agreement and say this is what we committed to. So it really does help eliminate the maybes, and it brings down the fight or flight syndrome. Anything?
Yeah, so in the comments, share some stories. We'd love to hear the war stories, right? What are the tips and tricks, maybe the nuances of the language that you use to help get the seller be more comfortable with you and to get to either that yes or the no. So go ahead and leave some comments. Again, like us if you're on Facebook, share if you're on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. Again, Justin Cooper, Kevin Amos from Pine Financial Group. You can find us at pinefinancialgroup.com.